Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is John, K5DVT, and I just want to show you most of the young people getting into the vacuum tube hobby. That's another thing that I do, is vacuum tubes and vacuum tube radios and transmitters. How exactly a tube tester works. This is a generic, basically, tube tester. It is old. It's in, let's see if I can't get it in here. It's an ICO tube tester, Brooklyn, New York. It's model 625. It's basically what they call an emission tester, but I'm just using it here to test tubes. I mean, it's good enough. A lot of these tubes I've, of course, gone through and checked the filaments are still good. If the filaments aren't good, chances are, well, their tube won't work at all after that. So, what I did was, I got a Halicrafters S-40B. This radio has a unique feature, if I can get it open, and having the lid just pop off. You see the tubes there, and I think this is one of the final output tubes on a push-pull. I think it has a push-pull on the circ output, but it's a 6SC7, not a 6SK7. And what you do is there's a little wheel here. And you turn it up to where you see either on this side right here, or this side right here, when you see SC7. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Okay, so you set the shunt to 30. You basically do as it says. 30, 6.3 is your filament voltage. Selector, just gonna reset that. Selector 2. Whoa. Selector 2. That's a 6A7. Up switches 4 and 5, and down 6 and 8. Up 4, 5, down 6, 8. Oh, so hang on, I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, so all I've done is plugged it in. I have an extra power strip with a surge protector on there. It doesn't really make a difference, but I've never actually tested this test around in Variac. I'm kind of pulling a dangerous here. And this switch down here is a bit wonky anyway. It's always good to have a little extra protection. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes and let the tube warms up. I haven't powered on this radio in probably about over half a year. And it's been waiting a good capacitor recheck, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a capacitor replacement kit from what they call Hayseed Hamfest. I'm going to get a complete capacitor redo kit. It's only going to be about like $43. Probably $50 with shipping. Not too bad. Anyway, tube is probably warmed up pretty good now. Yeah, it's a little bit warm. Those metal tubes, the ones that are black like this, that's a piece of metal. They had the metal painted. It doesn't rust. But it's supposed to keep out isolation and noise. But it takes, unless you have them heated up for hours upon hours, you know, it's not going to get warm very quickly. Also, when you're using a tube tester, be careful, because on each of these sockets, I believe there's still some high voltage that's running the tube. So what we're going to do is there's a button down here called Short Merit, which is basically a test. Test the tube. And we're going to see on here if it says replace, weak, or good. I got a sheet of paper here. Where to go? Oh, it's all down here. Let's get that zoomed in real fast. See, here's the transformers. There's two tubes, and then there's the 6H6, which is what I just tested. And good. I check it again, and it says good. The tube we're testing is this one right here, the 6SC7. I'm going to write that down and check it twice. It's been on the weak side, really. Sometimes these needles will bounce quite a little bit. Okay. Okay, weak 2 times. And what I'm basically doing is, I'm going through each one of these tubes and testing it out. Now, I did have to replace the rectifier. I knew that was a bad one. I had some power supply problems. But anyway, I'm going to check all the tubes and get back with you and actually give you a good overview on what we're going to do on this Halicrafters project. I'm going to give you a little status, or update. Such a beautiful 5Y3 rectifier. You can see the filament's starting to glow a little bit in there. Or no, that's just a reflection. Can't hear a little bit of hum out of this thing, but I think it's going to be fine, even though I'm missing a few of the little knob things. I'm going to try to not do this as much as I can with two hands. I need to get a tripod. You know what they say, if you have one hand that's just leaning on the table or something, well, that table may be grounded, and if the other hand comes in contact with like that switch down there, that's a little bit shorted out, that circuit's going to come up your arm, across your heart, and die. But I just like to say this 5Y3 rectifiers are pretty awesome tubes, although they're weird and 5 volts, but pretty good tubes. This tube I suspect is bad. It's a 6K6. I don't see any black coating in there that keeps the oxygen out. I bet it's that. I have a case up here for it too. I think this is that 5Y3. I had to get a replacement for it. Yep, the 5Y3 GT. So yeah, I bet this one's probably bad. Well, I got it in here. I'm going to let it warm up just a little bit. You can see a little bit of orange glow in there. Beautiful. Well, I guess if there's still that little orange glow, I guess it may still have vacuum in there. It looks like it's bad, though. Well, let's see what we got. Nothing. Hang on. One second. I think I can't do it with one-handed. Yep, that tube's bad. Not showing any signs of a meter movement. Just to show you I am pushing the button. See if I can't get it all in the same. No, I can't get it in all the same shot, but that tube's bad. It needs replacing. Really bad. I kind of expected it. I think one of the welds in there probably broke. Well, it looks like my phone battery's almost about dead, so I'm going to have to charge it up. But next episode of the Fixing the Rig, I'll show you what all is going on with it. That 6K6 is... I'm going to have to get a new one. The 6SA7 and the 6G7 and the 6SK7 up here, those I couldn't test. I didn't know what was wrong with it. Oh, well, hang on, I missed a tube. Well, it was a 6SK7 too. That's a pretty popular tube. Yeah, there's no spot on the tube tester to do that. But anyway, this is K5DUT for episode 1 of replacing the and restoring the Halicrafters.